Hello, we are at Geek Media Expo, Volume 4, and it's rare for me to say this. We're joined by somebody who's funnier than we are. Doug Walker, the nostalgia critic. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you. Oh, great. Now the pressure's on to be funnier than you. God.
Yeah, it's going to be a competition.
Be funny! Be funny, clown! Make us laugh!
Make us laugh!
Dance!
Poop!
Do funny! Anyway, thank you for joining us. What have you been working on recently that you can talk about?
The big show that we have coming out October 30th is a demo reel. It's a show about three people who think they can make films better, so they constantly remake famous films, thinking that it's going to get the attention of Hollywood and that they're going to offer them some sort of big movie deal, but actually their remakes are always awful. And it's the process of them making the films and the behind-the-scenes stuff and their interactions with each other, and it just every other week there's always a new movie and or always a new short or something that they're up to. So it's sort of combining, sort of mocking these movies without realizing they're mocking it, and also just their personal lives and how they interact off each other.
So you're going to be working with Michael Bay then?
in some means, actually. So stay tuned.
Now you've got me hooked. So, what led you to, eventually to where you are now with the YouTube channel and everything? What was the impetus for? Was it with a love of filmmaking? Was it just a love of general geekdom?
I guess definitely a love of filmmaking. That's originally what I wanted to do, was go into movies. But then when I started looking at the Hollywood route and who I was at the time, I was saying, nah, I don't know if I want to do this. So I sort of gave up on it for a bit, and this whole online thing sort of happened as a hobby, just making videos online, and it just took off, and it got a fan base. And finally, Mike Mashad, as the CEO of Channel Austin, came along and said, I'm starting this, new media company. And I see you got talent. I see you got views. We can give you a site and we can make it where this can be your living. Okay, well, let's try it. And sure enough, he came through. He has the business mind, and, and I can make the videos, and we got so many more people on board after that, and it's just been going strong ever since.
You said you kind of gave up on filmmaking for a time. Was there anybody in your life that sort of helped you along in some of those rough patches, or was a major influence on what you're doing now?
Helped along in terms of internet or making like movies?
Either, or even just in terms of encouragement or anything like that.
My folks have always been pretty encouraging. I mean, not necessarily saying, because anytime somebody says, I want to be a performer or a director or something, I mean, it's like, to a lot of parents, that's kind of like saying, I want to throw my life away. But because they were also performers, and they were both musicians, I mean, they knew that they, as well, took risks doing what they did. And so they were very much go for it, but be smart and, be aware of your surroundings, and if this is something you really want to do, and keep in mind the sacrifice that's probably going to mean as well. So they've been very, very supportive.
Yeah. Well, with demo reel, it looks like you're trying for some more ambitious projects, some more like trying to bring stuff you see more in regular media into new media. Are you kind of hoping that this will take off? Maybe other people will try to get in on this too, try to make it more ambitious.
I mean, we're looking to span the audience sort of always, just see if we can get a bigger audience, because who doesn't want that? You always want your product to do better and better. But still the important thing is that we want to write just what we think is funny. We don't want to write around if somebody says, we don't like this, we better change it. We only change something if we feel that the fans are right and we agree with them, we'll make the change. But if it's something where we really enjoy something and we stand by it, but the fans don't like it, it's like, we'll still keep it. We'll just keep doing what we're doing, until it finds its fan base. So that's always the most important thing to us, is to make essentially what we want to make.
What do you think the most difficult part of making, videos like, the nostalgia critic videos, things like that? What's the most difficult part of that process to you?
Actually, you just named it, the actual filming part. The filming is always my least favorite, which is not to say I hate it. I don't hate it. But it's always sort of like the in-between, because you have the writing process where anything is possible and you can, if you say it, it exists. And then you also have the editing where you're getting really close to seeing if it's working, and if not, you can make changes to it. The filming is just the boring middle part. And it's where everyone sits around and other people are setting stuff up and you're saying the lines, you're just waiting to do your bit. And, it's like when you get good performers and good talent, it makes it more fun, because you can work off of them, you can get good ideas on the spot. But it's sort of where the most stuff goes wrong and, where it involves the most waiting, and it's just sort of the in-between, part. A lot of people think my favorite part is the performing, but actually it's the editing.
Okay. Do you have any other questions, Kevin?
Well, I want to make sure I slip in our podcast standard question. Out of all your characters, who would benefit the most from a giant robot?
Probably the bum, simply because he could live in it. And he'd just have a spot to call his new home.
Fair enough. In going back and reviewing a lot of the things that you did for Nostalgia Critic, was there anything that you really enjoyed, as a child that you went back and there was just a colossal disappointment? Was there a particular show that stands out as far as just I didn't realize how bad this was?
In terms of show, I guess, even the ones I liked as a kid, they still have some charm to them. Like, Ninja Turtles, the original, it's stupid. I'll be the first to say it, but I love it. There is a charm to it. It is gimmicky, but it is kind of funny, and the writers were leaning more towards comedy than they were action, and they did sort of personalities. In terms of movies, the one where I was sort of like, ooh, yeah, this didn't hold up well, was the Bakshi, Lord of the Rings, which I loved as a kid. That introduced me to Lord of the Rings. And there's a lot of stuff I still really like about it. But as a whole, I do sort of look at it like, yeah, okay, this definitely has some major problems. So those are the two that really stick out to me, I think.
Did you were there any films that you either actually did as a nostalgia critic or were considering doing that, and when you went back and watched them, you actually thought they were a lot better than you initially thought they were?
Yes and no. I think it's for the same movie. That's probably Hook. Because a lot of people didn't like that film. Actually, people are very split on it. I'm split on it too, in a way, because I think there's some stuff that's really, really good. I like the psychology of Peter Pan. I like, Dustin Hoffman playing Captain Hook. I like how dramatic it could get. I thought there's a lot of creative ideas to it. I thought it was a decent sequel to Peter Pan. But then there's also some really goofy stuff, a lot of Spielberg stuff with the little kids who can't act, and a lot of the magical schmaltzy stuff, and, a ton of plot holes that don't add up, in the middle there. So I'm very torn on it, but I do like it. So, yeah, that's probably my one that I constantly go back and forth on, but I find I can't not enjoy Hook.
Kind of a serious question. Do you have any charities or anything like that you support that you'd like to promote at this point?
God, we go through a couple of charities. The last one I did, that I really like, is I'm very pro education, in areas where they don't get education, is, Donors Choose. Which is a very, very good charity where you can actually decide where the money goes as schools post their project or what they need. Like if they need these certain books or if they need these supplies or computers and stuff. And you pretty much donate your money to that, and you can choose which location and which project that you want to give money to. And I really like that one.
Do you guys have anything else you wanted to ask? Okay, well, Doug, really quickly before we let you go, anything else you want to promote, pimp yourself out with?
Yeah, just check out Demo Reel. Be every Tuesday. We'll have something Demo Reel related, and it's our brand new show. We're hoping it'll go well, so just tune into that at thatguywiththeglasses.com.
All right, well, Doug, thank you so much for coming to GMX. Really appreciate you being here, and thanks for taking the time to talk to us.
Thank you.